Hey everyone, long time no see. Yeah. Getting more and more subscribers. We're almost at 800 subscribers, which is awesome. So thank you for liking, subscribing to my videos, possibly sharing, commenting, whatever you do. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for the follows. For those of you who are brand new, I'm sure you've seen these videos if you subscribed in the first place, but I'm Brie. I am a film major. I'm directing a senior thesis. Keep saying this. Yeah, we were originally just gonna film in February, but things kind of got pushed, so now we're still filming the month of March. My spring break basically started now, but I'm still at school. I'm going back home tomorrow, so I'm just gonna do a nice reading. Okay, so this is a you versus them. Okay, but that's why I haven't really been that active. But I'll be more active, like, you know, summer, whatever. I just do what I can. But anyway, so bear with me. But anyway, so yeah, this is a you versus them. Obviously, this is love related. This is about your connection with your person. It can be platonic if you make it platonic, I guess, but obviously, you know, that's not really what I do here. I do more romantic, divine connections, whatever. This could be any type of connection. It doesn't have to be a divine, spiritual connection. It could just be someone that you vibe with and you're like, you know, I just want to see. But for the most part, it's something of significance, not just like a, you know, this might not be about like a hookup or like a Tinder date, you know, it's gonna be about like someone that you feel a strong connection to or a strong pull to, because that's what we're here for, okay? So yeah, we have pile number one, this mauve, grayish scrunchie, okay? I like the scrunchies this time, you know? We have pile number two, this red scrunchie, and we have pile number three, this beige scrunchie, okay? It's gonna be your energy, like where you're at, the mutual energy, their energy, clarifier cards, romance angel oracle deck, and the angel answers. And of course we're using the vice versa tarot and the shadow skip tarot as well. Okay, so let's get started with pile number one. Timestamps will be below. You can book a personal reading if you like. Okay, but yeah, so pile number one. Okay, so the energy of this connection, so you, we have the Five of Cups, or Five of Chalices. We have the Queen of Swords, so some of you could be air signs or just in that energy right now, okay? The mutual energy, we have Four of Chalices and the Temperance card, okay? Their energy, we have the Strength card, okay? So there could be Sagittarius or Leo energy, a lot of fire. And then also for them, we have the Two of Wands, okay? Clarifying your cards, we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse and the Moon in the reverse. Okay, so there's some Pisces energy there. Okay, we have the Six of Cups clarifying the Four of Cups. Okay, and the Five of Wands in the reverse clarifying Sagittarius. Clarifying the Temperance card. For them, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse clarifying the Strength card and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like they're in a more confident, happier energy right now in this connection, and you're probably like, you probably have gone a little cold because you have no idea what's going on. In all honesty, that's what I'm seeing at first glance, okay? We have the Romance Angel Oracle deck, so we see it is safe for you to love in the reverse, okay? Engagement, ooh, engagement in the reverse. I didn't see that card, it just like, it fell face down. Some cards love to surprise me because, like, you know, a lot of the times when these cards fly, I will see them and I just turn them over, but like, other cards, they just kind of fly out completely face down just to be like, surprise bitch, you know, so I guess that was one of those cards, so engagement. But I feel like for this, it might not necessarily, obviously, be like, oh, marriage, you probably aren't really talking to this person. There obviously seems to be like a little bit of confusion, at least on your end. I feel like they're more sure of this connection and you're probably confused. Okay, so this, if anything, the engagement could just be like, you know, you're about to start talking to each other soon, you're about to like figure out what's going on, okay? And we have it's up to you, and look for a sign. Okay, let's see if you can see all those cards. You can see most of them. And just move some stuff. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna move that over just so you can see all these cards. Alright, it's so quiet in here right now. Okay, so let's see. So this is you, that's them, mutual energy. Okay, so this could be some past energy, or this could be about past hurt. I feel like it could be with this person, or, you know, depends on your connection. It feels like it's been going on for a while, though. Like, there are a lot of major arcanas in here, like 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards, very important. And then we have like suits, you know, so very important cards here. I feel like this could definitely be like a significant connection, divine connection, or just someone that you've known for a while, and it's just been like a lot of, you know, angel signs especially. I feel like recently, you know, you probably have been reflecting on the past in this connection and just kind of thinking like nothing has really gone my way with this connection. I haven't spoken to them. I don't really know what's going on. There could be a lack of communication. You know, again, like I said earlier, you could be a little bit confused because you just don't know what's happening. Okay, also pay attention because retrograde is in Pisces right now, and it's also Pisces. Yeah, it's Pisces season. The moon is Pisces. Okay, and there's like, it's funny because like, I'm looking at these cards kind of splitting it. So this is the mutual energy, but I feel like it's kind of like you're more pulling this card and they're more pulling that card. So for your side, there's a lot of water energy, okay? So a lot of like, I feel like letting your feelings get the best of your actions, whatever, getting the best of how you're communicating. You're probably just like, you know, not really talking to this person, but just in your feelings a lot about this whole situation. Like, you don't really know what's going on. You don't really know what to do, okay? Probably listening to Drake or something, you know? But then for them, like, they're more like, you know, they have a bunch of fire here, like literally fire, 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 fire. Wheel of Fortune it is not like a specific thing, but I would say that's more of a pentacle thing. So they have fire, 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 and then pentacles. They're definitely more stable in this situation. They know what's going on. Or if, I don't know, this is regarding your connection though. So I feel like I feel like they know something you don't know. Maybe they are planning to come to you. Like maybe it took them a while for some growth, okay? When this card first came up, like the first thing I thought of was, oh yeah, there's definitely some growth happening on their side, okay? So I feel like you know, they're doing some type of planning. I feel like maybe they're planning to come forward, okay? So it could be that whole, you know, engagement, like just talking, okay? There could be like something that they have up their sleeve, okay? I feel like there's probably been a lot of like taming of the beast that they, you know, had to do, okay? Like maybe make sure it's charging my phone, like sorry, maybe like with this you know, with this connection, it could have triggered an awakening, you know, spiritual growth. So maybe they've done a lot of growth, a lot of thinking, a lot of, you know, contemplating and everything over however long it's been with this connection, okay? Let's see. Because I'm looking at the mutual. I'm gonna be jumping back and forth. I'm not done talking about your side, by the way. But like, I'm gonna, you know, whenever I get the message, I'm just gonna talk about it. But like, let's look at this right now, okay? I feel like it's funny because like, you know, you could be like, oh, I didn't really get what I wanted from, you know, this connection. Like I thought something was gonna blossom. I thought something was gonna happen, but it, you know, it turned out that like I was just kind of left out in the cold, or, you know, like oh, that didn't go my way, this didn't go my way, and like, you know, you're ignoring like these 2 cups like behind you, you know, like crying over spilled milk. You're sad. You're kind of like mourning over maybe what happened in the past, what happened in the recent past, or whatever history you guys have together. You're probably thinking about it a lot, but there's probably something going on, you know, behind you, beneath the surface that you're not really aware of yet. But I feel like, yeah, you're definitely right now you're just thinking about like, oh, like I really thought that, I feel like you're probably thinking that whatever happened between you guys, you know, that didn't seem to really go as you thought it would, didn't go as planned. Whatever seemed to happen between you guys, I feel like you're thinking that was the end-all be-all, and that you'll never see this person again, and you'll never talk to them, you'll never be with them, and you're not satisfied, okay? Like, you're just really thinking, like, damn, like, I saw all these signs, all these synchronicities, you know, like I watched pick a card readings, they're saying this is my soulmate, you know, you probably watch a bunch of readings where they're like, oh yeah, this person's gonna come up to you in the next 2 weeks, next month, whatever, and you're just like, I'm tired of watching these videos, all these months, okay, water months, all these months have gone by, you know, years have gone by, I've not seen this person, I don't know what they're up to, they could be dating someone else, you know. I feel like there's just a lot of anxiety about the situation, and, you know, even though there's nothing really here about anxiety, but I feel like, you know, you're really letting your emotions get the best of you. You're probably thinking about it a lot at nighttime, you're probably sulking, you're probably just like, yeah, again, just dissatisfied with what's been happening, because like you're not seeing the results. So even if something is happening beneath the surface, because you're not physically seeing anything happening, like you're probably like a I'll believe it when I see it type of person, you know. I could see maybe you're the type of person where you're like, oh, I'm not gonna tell anyone anything until we're actually like together. I don't want to be like, oh, they watched my story the other day, they're probably gonna talk to me, then they don't, you know, because I feel like maybe in the past you've done that, and like the smallest bit of attention that they'll give you, or the smallest like growth or whatever with this connection that you probably thought it was like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get together now, maybe you told people and the people around you were like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever, like you keep saying that but nothing actually happened, you know, you're probably like, oh, this is it, we're finally gonna get together. So I feel like at a certain point in time you're probably like, I'm not even gonna tell anyone anymore like what's happening until this person specifically says like, you know, will you go out with me, you know, like, you know, I feel like you're basically like a all or nothing at this point. You're like, I'm not going to like flip like a dog over the smallest little bits of attention this person may or may not give me. I'm not going to get all excited and overzealous over like the most meaningless things, because it might not even go how I wanted it to go. It might not even result to anything, because basically so far in the past it's just been the same thing over and over again. Like I get excited, I'm building it up, I'm hyping it up, I'm thinking, oh, we're finally gonna get together, but then like, you know, they stop talking to you again, they ghost you again. You guys go long periods of time not talking to each other. They said like 1 minute they seem interested, the next minute they don't seem interested, like maybe a very hot and cold energy with them and you. So I feel like, I feel like it's like you at first were like a very happy puppy, and now you've just become like a jaded cat. Like you're very jaded by this whole thing, okay? Like I really feel like you're just like, I don't even care anymore. Like I'm not gonna, like, you know, I don't care if I see them, you know, I'm not gonna, burp confirmations, like I'm not gonna go out of my way to say hi to this person anymore. I'm not gonna go out of my way to talk to this person on, you know, social media. I'm not gonna, you know, obsessively watch their stories or like, you know, look for their posts or whatever. Like I don't care anymore. I just kind of want to move on and be with other people or whatever. But I feel like at the same time you're still like, you know, you're still tied to this person, okay? Like look at that, like that red string. If you can look up like soulmates, twin flames, and like the red string, it's like you're tethered to this person whether you like it or not. I feel like this definitely could be a divine connection, okay? Like a spiritual connection, you know, with all these cards here, you know, major arcanas, the Six of Cups, like it could be like a soulmate type of connection. But I feel like on one hand, you know, you want to move on, but then on the other hand, you're like, nah, you know, because like no one else is really, you know, tickling my fancy. No one else is really like making me feel the same way this person does. Like I don't really think of them or these other people as much as I think about this person, like that type of thing. You know, you could be the person that like, or not the person, but you know, you could be like trying to venture out on like, you know, dating apps, or, you know, there could be people that you flirt with sometimes, or you might have like, you know, 24-hour crushes or something. But then I feel like you kind of gotten into a habit now of ghosting those people, you know, like you're probably just like, you know, 1 minute you're talking to them and you're excited and you're like, oh yeah, they're cute, whatever, and the next minute you're like, I don't like them nearly as much as I like this person. Why am I even gonna bother talking to this person right now? Like, you know, fuck it. And then you kind of just stop, and then they're over here like, hey, what happened? Like, we were having a nice conversation. You know, like you're ghosting them. You know, and then that's probably what they used to do to you. But now you're ghosting, not them specifically. Like you're ghosting other people. Like, you know, strangers that you're talking to on like dating apps or whatever, or other people that, you know. 1 minute you are attracted to them, 1 minute they have caught your attention, and then the next minute, you know, you don't give a shit about them, you're ignoring them, okay? And I feel like, yeah, it's like, because this is like the Four of Cups here, also there's some Cancer energy, Pisces energy, okay, Scorpio, there's literally all these, wow, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? There's a scorpion there, there's a crab there, and that is the Pisces card. So if you have Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, like all in your chart, fun fact, don't ask me how I know, this is very, very specific, but if someone, obviously not you, but basically if someone was born on March 5th, like 2020, they have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in their chart, like, you know. But I just thought about that because I watched this show, and like the producer became like an aunt, right? And like, you know, their niece was born. It's like the New York area, whatever. And yeah, they're Pisces, Sun, I guess, Cancer, Moon, Scorpio rising, or whatever. But I'm sorry, that is so freaking specific. That is so specific. But I just thought about it because I'm just like, that's funny how all these signs are coming up, and pretty much again the person that was born on this day are all those signs, you know. But yeah, I don't know why I got that randomly. Like, that was so fucking random. Like, maybe a few of you like know someone that just had a baby or something like in the past couple days, very recently. Again, this is so specific, so if that does not apply to you, ignore it. I'm just randomly riffing, but I figured I'd just say whatever comes to my mind because like people are like, holy shit, that resonates. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm just gonna say stuff, you know. But anyway, so whatever. Yeah, you could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your chart. Okay, you don't have to, but you could have that in your chart. It is Pisces season. Okay, anyway, moving on, you know. Moving on. But yeah, that wasn't even the point I was trying to make. I'm going off a tangent, but this is not scripted, so whatever. Yeah, for the Four of Cups, yeah, this is like someone who they're just kind of ignoring offers, you know. It's like these cups are just kind of sitting here, like, you know, the water's rising, you know, or they're kind of washed up on the shore. And this person, like, they're not even looking at them. Like, they're literally just looking straight forward. Like, they don't even care that, like, 4 mystical cups just casually washed up on the shore. They don't give a shit. Like, they're just in contemplative thought. They're looking forward. You know, when you just kind of, like, stare off into the distance and you're not paying attention to literally anything around you. I feel like that's how this person is. They really don't care. Okay? So I feel like this is how you probably are with other people around you. I don't think it's about with this person. I just think, like, you know, if you notice, actually, the way how this person's staring in this card, it looks like they're staring at this side. So it's like, yeah, like you're ignoring anyone around you, other people. You might have other suitors or something, but I feel like, you know, you're paying attention to your Six of Cups. You know, you're paying attention to your soulmate. Like, you're very lost in thought. You're getting very nostalgic, and you're just thinking about memories and stuff. Like, you probably just find yourself, like, you know, daydreaming once in a while, and, you know, you're just thinking about them. And, like, you're just thinking about the last time you saw them, or you're thinking, like, if they were to walk into this room right now, like, I would be so happy. Like, my entire day would be brightened up just from seeing them for 2 seconds. Like, you know, you probably have gone a really long time without seeing them. Ooh, burp confirmation. So you're probably just like, I really just want to see this person so much. Like, you know, you're, again, there could be someone that's, like, you know, over here checking you out, or, you know, someone around you that's flirting with you, or totally into you, and you don't care. You're not paying attention to them. You're only focusing on your love. You're only focusing on this person. And even though, you know, it's like you feel like it's kind of like dead in the water. You're just like, I don't really know what's gonna happen with this person, but I can't stop thinking about them. I know something's gonna happen, I just don't know when. I don't even want to bother talking to other people. Like, I'm really dissatisfied with what happened between me and this person in the past, but I'm still kind of looking forward and hoping that something does happen. So I feel like that kind of holds you back from other connections with other people, because, again, you are, like, tethered. You are, like, with the red string, you are tied to this person. So even if you don't really want to think about this person, like, you know, you could be like, oh, I want to date, I want to, you know, party, hook up with people, whatever, date. You know, you think you want to do that, you say you want to do it, but then when the opportunity presents itself, you're just like, nah, I'm good. I really don't want to. Like, I just want to be with this person, you know? Because in reality, it's like, having a soulmate, twin flame connection makes going on dating apps the most obsolete piece of shit ever. Like, you're just like, why would I bother matching with a random stranger when I literally know who my soulmate is? Like, I was talking about this the other day to my roommate. Like, she was just like, oh my god, why aren't we finding any luck on dating apps? And I'm like, well, for me personally, like, she knows this whole thing about my, you know, my person. I'm just like, For me personally, I think it's kind of useless because I literally know exactly who my soulmate is, and if it's not that, it's another person that's in my energy that I'm into. Why would I even bother going on a dating app to meet a stranger just to, like, you know, possibly get kidnapped or some shit like that? Like, you know, it's like something just makes you want to be like, no, because, you know, it's like you don't know what's gonna happen for one thing. So for some of you, yeah, you could be like, I don't trust dating apps because, like, I could go fucking missing or something, or, you know, trafficked, raped, you know, like killed, whatever, and you're just like, I don't want to do that shit. So you could easily be like, you're talking to them, spur of the moment, and maybe you kind of enjoy the attention for a minute, but then you're like, no, you immediately cut them off, you stop talking to them, you just ignore them because you're afraid of what you don't know is going to happen, you know? Or maybe even, like, if not that extreme, it could be something as simple as, like, I don't want to bother getting into some big relationship, and then suddenly my soulmate just shows up out of nowhere for the first time in forever, and they're like, hey, I love you, want to go out with me? And you're just like, I'm not going to bother dating someone else just to break up with them later, like, you know, like that type of thing. I feel like that's the energy, like, you're basically holding out for them. Like, I'm thinking of holding out for a hero. Yeah, I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night, bruh. Holding out for a hero, but specifically from Shrek 2. Specifically from Shrek 2. Okay? Yes. Also, fairy godmother. Like this over here. Anyway, oh my god, I'm so stupid. Anyway. I'm a dumbass, but y'all subscribe, so whatever. But yeah, like, I feel like, yeah, you're holding out for them to come back. You're holding out for them to come back around. Even if you have no idea, I feel like you're kind of like, I'm fine. I'm willing to stay completely single until this person shows up again. You know, I wouldn't really say like a damsel in distress. I feel like, you know, you do have a lot of masculine energy to you, even though this is the Queen of Swords. But I feel like it's actually really funny because, like, they have the more feminine stuff on their side, and that's the and then one masculine card. You have the two masculine cards on your side and one feminine card, okay? So it could be anything. You could be the divine feminine or the divine masculine. It literally doesn't matter. You know, it's just how it's gonna resonate with you. I feel like you might have a lot of divine masculine energy, but maybe physically you're a divine feminine, whatever. And it could be same, like, you know, they have a lot of divine feminine energy. Like, they're now in touch with the divine feminine energy, where, like, you know, they have grown, they're developed. You know, usually the divine masculine is like the underdeveloped one. Not to call you underdeveloped, but like the one that's kind of like, you know, doubting the connection, the runner, whatever. And I feel like they're now tapping into their divine feminine energy. If they're male or female, it doesn't matter, but they're now tapping into their divine feminine energy, where they're more in control of their feelings, they're more in touch with their divine self, okay? You know what I mean? So I feel like you guys kind of did like a little bit of a switch here, you know? Like, I feel like now you are now in the divine masculine energy, and, like, not to be, you know, not to be sexist or whatever, but I feel like yeah, like, I feel like in the, you know, with you kind of tapping it more into your masculine energy, I kind of feel like you're being maybe more of a player type, like, you know, like, again, talking to people, ghosting them, whatever, like, not really showing that much emotion anymore, okay? At least not right now with other people. You know, like, you could be, like, casually flirting with people. You could be, like, for some of you, you could be, like, I just want to break from this whole connection. Like, I just want, like, a friends with benefits. I just want to hook up with someone. Like, I really just want to just let go of them for, like, a day at least and not worry about them all the time. You know, I feel like you're in that energy where you just kind of want to take on the role as, like, a player, but then you kind of second guess yourself right after, and you're like, never mind, I don't feel like doing that. You know, so it's a very back and forth. It's like your divine masculine energy and your divine feminine energy are fighting each other, okay? And I feel like they pretty much already tamed that, like, you know, raunchier side of their divine masculine energy that originally just, you know, just want, you know, like the three-dimensional version of them that just wanted to fuck, you know, just wanted to have all these connections, all these lovers or whatever, like in a very Harry Styles fashion or whatever, and whatever, you know, like a Jake Gyllenhaal type of shit. And I feel like they're no longer like that, and I feel like they are really like, no, I you know, they're more in touch with their divine feminine energy, they're more developed now, they're more mature about this whole situation, they're more loving and caring, you know, and I feel like they're actually now looking towards the future. I feel like they've done a lot of growth here, okay? Like, I'm seeing, like, this gray hair on this Two of Wands guy, you know. I feel like they, like, and also the two, it's kind of like they're just ready to settle down now almost, you know. Like, I feel like they're ready now to just be like, you know what, I want to be with my person. I'm tired of like all this bullshit. I'm tired of a hookup culture. Like, you know, I feel like they probably are more experienced than you in that field. And they're just like, no, I'm tired of this. I really just want to, like, I just want to give it up and just go to my love and just be with them, you know? Yeah, so let's look at, so with this, again, fighting the beast, inner beast, whatever, with the strength card, like this gentle person fighting like this beast that could easily bite her, but she doesn't. She's like really strong, and she's holding it back, and she's like, you know, she has the control in the situation, you know. So I feel like that's how they are. And you know, the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it's like this cycle is like coming to an end, you know, like with this whole separation or whatever, like this cycle of the connection, it's like you're finally at like slowly but surely finding your way back to one another after a long time of not really talking to each other. So if you've noticed that, like, you know, if you like suddenly have been seeing them around, like, you know, running into them in public or in common places that you used to run into them before, or, you know, you're suddenly hearing more about them, maybe you have mutual friends, they're talking about them, maybe like, you know, they're hanging out with their friends again, whatever, or, you know, wherever you are, like, you're just starting to see them again, and you're just like, holy shit, I really haven't seen this person in forever. Now they're just showing up out of nowhere, which is like, holy shit, this is literally my reading in all honesty. But yeah, it's just like dead ass. But like, yeah, just like you're suddenly seeing them again, or you're seeing them around, or you're hearing about them again after such a long pause, a long silence of just not hearing anything from them, at least not in person. Like, you know, you don't have anything physically, you know, nothing tangible at all. You were just hearing things about them, maybe like a couple times someone mentioned it, but more like past tense, or, you know, maybe like social media, whatever, but like you really didn't see them. You really had no idea what they really were up to on their day-to-day life. But now, like, you're starting to see them more, and they're slowly kind of creeping up on you almost. And I feel like, you know, like, you know, so don't be surprised, and again, you probably have already been experiencing this, but don't be surprised if, like, you know, you're just chilling in maybe the common place that you used to run into each other all the time, like, a while ago, and, like, you know, again, long periods of time not even seeing them, but then suddenly they just show up, and you're like, holy shit, hi, like, hi, long time no see, like, how are you, you know? But I feel like, yeah, they really want to settle down with this Ten of Pentacles. Like, they're like, I feel like it's like they know that you're their person, and they just want to be with you, you know? Like, they just want to move towards a more stable, balanced connection, something that's just loving and not, like, superficial, egotistical, whatever. Like, you know, like, they probably have been really immature in the past and only cared about, you know, hookups and dating multiple people, whatever, when you guys first met each other, whatever. But I feel like now they're over it, and they really just want to, you know, like, they probably have been focusing on money, you know, career stuff, and now they just want to come back and really offer you something real and stable, which is, like, that makes sense with the engagement card in the reverse. Again, it doesn't mean that they're going to run into you and get down on one knee, doesn't matter what the gender is, get down on one knee and be like, hey, will you marry me? I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, it could, but, you know, it's like, I don't think it's going to be like that. I really think it's just they're going to engage you in conversation, okay? Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, okay? And birth confirmation, and I almost read that as higher level of communication. So, like, you see what I mean? It's like this person really, like, I feel like they're looking forward to seeing you again. I feel like they probably know that they're going to be in your atmosphere again. They're going to be in your environment again after a long period of time. Like, I feel like they're prepared for it, you know? They're probably, like, grooming themselves, getting a haircut, whatever, looking all nice, just so that, because they know that they're going to run into you a lot more, you know? Maybe this just happened recently in Pisces season, you know, but like, yeah, like, they know that they're going to see you again. They know that, like, this connection is on its way, and you guys are, like, finding your way back to each other after a long time of not really seeing each other, okay? And I feel like, yeah, like, even though, you know, you're kind of pulling this and they're pulling that, like, you know, this is still the mutual energy. So I feel like both of you guys have been, like, you know, both of you guys are kind of ignoring other people around you. Like, maybe, you know, if when you do end up in the same place, you're just gonna be, like, tunnel vision, like, laser focused on each other, and you're not gonna care about anyone else in the room. You're just gonna be looking at each other and just being like, oh my god, it's been so long, I missed you so much. Even if you don't say that, it's almost like a telepathic type of thing. Like, you don't have to say it, but you're both thinking it, and you both know that you're thinking it, you know? Like, you know, it's just like, hi, we're like, it's been so long, I missed you so much, I can't believe we've gone this long without seeing each other, you know? Like, it's just really like, I missed you so much, like almost like Notebook style. A Notebook style reunion is what I'm seeing, okay? Ooh, 29 minutes, okay. So yeah, and yeah, I didn't really look at this yet, so yeah, I feel like with this Temperance card, like the fact that the card that talks about mutual energy is in the mutual energy reading, I feel like the feelings are definitely mutual between you two. I feel like you both just kind of want to, you know, let bygones be bygones, forget about the past. I don't really think you guys are really holding grudges against each other anymore, whatever happened in the past, ghosting, whatever. I feel like you guys just want to come back together and have like a peaceful union, and you don't want to argue, you don't want to have any reason to not like each other or fight or anything like that. You just want to come back together because you missed each other so much. Like, you're just like, honestly, I know how it felt to have you walk out of my life for a long period of time, and I don't want that to happen again. Like, I missed you, I want to be with you, okay? This talks about conflict avoidance and increased focus on goals. I feel like in this case, the goal is being with each other, you know? Like, the focus, the goal is to come back into union, okay? Reunion, okay? Like, you're ready to be in each other's lives again. You're ready to be with each other again, okay? And like a lot of like some Leo energy here, like, you know, the physical attraction, like the sexual attraction and the love, you know, like it's like a balance. It's not one or the other. It's not obsession. It's not infatuation. It's balanced, okay? And like there's no like, I feel like the ego, it's not like there anymore. Like, I feel like you guys are, it's like, well, this talks about like not surrendering just yet. These are like the barracks from the Hanged Man card, you know, so it's like not surrendering to your ego just yet, not giving up your ego just yet. But I feel like I don't really think you guys are gonna be over here like, oh, prideful, but if anything, I feel like maybe when you guys first come back into each other's lives after such a long time, there might be a little bit of defensiveness, a little bit of shyness. Like, you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna right away be like, oh my god, hi, it's been so long. Like, you know, you're probably gonna be a little defensive, a little shy. You know, like, you're gonna both be afraid to make the first move, or, you know, you might hang out with each other at one point or another, but both of you are gonna be too nervous to like make the first move and ask the other out or something. So it's just gonna be a little bit of a I'm not ready yet, like, I'm not ready to swallow my pride and make the first move yet, you know? So I feel like it's just gonna be back and forth energy, but at the same time, you're not paying attention to anyone else, just each other. Like, again, you guys, even if you've tried, you literally can't move on because you're only thought about each other. Like, someone could have easily been in a third party, you know, they could have been with someone else, and they probably broke it off because they're just like, I really can't even, like, I can't let go of this other person. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you know, like, they could have told their person or whatever, if they dated someone, like, look, I don't love you. Like, I love this person. Or they don't have to even be that specific. They can just be like, look, there's someone else. Like, there's someone else I'm always thinking about. Like, I can't be in a relationship. I'm lying to you. I'm lying to myself. I can't be in a full-on relationship with you. I'm, you know, I'm always thinking about someone else. I have feelings for someone else, you know, so it could be that type of thing where it's like, you know, you could date someone else, you could whatever, but it doesn't matter. The second this person shows up, the second you see this person, you're only going to be focusing on them, you know? But that's it. You could be talking to someone or thinking about someone that you're interested in right now, but the second this person shows up, like, that person just kind of fades away, like an anime, like, just blacks out, and then like, you're just looking at them the whole time, and you're like, oh my god, they're back, you know? And then but then the second that person leaves, then you're talking to this person again, and you're like, yeah, hey, what's up, but then you keep finding yourself thinking about this person. Like, I feel like you're both like that. Like, you can't break this string. You're always thinking about each other. You can't really get over it, okay? Like, seriously, like, you both have this goal, and yeah, a lot of these red strings, like, seriously, there is a very strong connection here, and you guys are like, I can't stop thinking about you. Like, you know, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can never break the chain You can never break the red string, the tether between you and your counterpart, you know? You probably thought about doing like a cord cutting ritual, but you couldn't go through with it because you're like, no, I want to be with this person. I can't even energetically cut them out. Like, no, I can't. Like, I want to be with this person in the end, you know? It's safe for your love. I feel like it definitely will be, you know? And I feel like in the past, it wasn't necessarily. I feel like in the past, it was just a lot of ego. But I feel like, you open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I just feel like you guys are still both really shy. Like I said, shy and defensive around each other, okay? Now we have it's up to you. I feel like they're probably going to be the one to approach you, okay? And again, you probably have other options, so I guess it is up to you. It's like either way, you're going to end up with this person in the long run. But I feel like, you know, if you're still interested in someone else and you're still trying to date that other person before this person comes in, like, you know, you can do that. It's up to you. You don't have to drop everything the second this person comes back into your life. But yeah, I just feel like in this situation, I feel like it's up to you, or it could be saying it's up to the both of you. It's just like, hey, you know, if you guys want to keep going, you can keep going. If you guys want to break the connection, you can try, you know. You can be with someone else. Maybe you're not going to love them as much as you love this person, but you can be with someone else if you want to be, you know. It's up to you. And yeah, look for a sign. I feel like just pay attention to signs that they're coming back into your life. But, you know, I feel like you probably sense when they're around. You probably know, like, yep, they're coming back. Yep, I'm gonna see them again. I'm gonna see them I'm gonna see them in March. I'm gonna see them whatever time you're watching this. This is timeless. But, like, you know, like, yep, I'm gonna see them again. And then suddenly you do, you know. So just pay attention to these signs about this connection. I feel like, yeah, like, let me know if you did in fact see this person recently, if they kind of just showed up out of nowhere and you're just like, oop, hello, like, long time no see, okay? Let me know. Alright, so thanks, pile number 1. Hope that resonated for you. Oof, Jesus. I guess good for you. Like, I mean, again, probably been a long time. Looks like you're gonna see this person again pretty soon if you haven't already. Like, doesn't have to be dating right away, but you're gonna see them again. Definitely gonna see them again. But yeah, so thanks, pile number 1. I'll move on to pile number 2. Whew. Alright, so for those who chose pile number 2, the red bracelet, you versus them, okay? So the first 2 cards are you. The Hermit, some Virgo energy. The Queen of Pentacles, which is Taurus energy. Mutual energy, Judgment card. 4 of Swords. Their energy, the 8 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Clarifying your cards. We have the Queen of Swords, the Star in the reverse. We have 8 of Wands, Knight of Wands in the reverse, 2 of Pentacles, the Lovers, Attraction, Separation. I'm getting kind of like a distance makes the heart grow fonder type of energy from that, but we'll see. We have Let Go in the reverse. And No. No. Alright, so a lot of Queen cards, or just 2 Queen cards here. Let's see. Swords, Pentacle, Earth. 3 major arcanas. 4 major arcanas. Goodness. We have Aquarius energy, Virgo energy. I think this is Taurus. Queen of Swords could be any air sign. Judgment card could be anything. 8 of Wands, Knight of Wands, so there's fire. That's definitely a hot image. There's some fire in the background. 4 of Swords, again, air energy. They have 8 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a lot of earth and air energy here. Like, pretty much most of the reading is earth and air, but then there are, for the mutual energy, it is fire, which is nice. And yeah, they have the Lovers, which is also nice. Yeah, they said their major arcana card. Lovers is Gemini as well. So again, earth and air is predominant in this chart, I wouldn't be surprised if you and them are earth and air signs, okay? And there could be some fire somewhere, like maybe fire Venus or something, because that's like the mutual energy, okay? Or it could just be like that type of feel. Anyway, stay with you. Okay, well, the Hermit card is kind of like the loner. They look within, you know, that they do their soul searching. I feel like, I'm trying to think. Because on this side, the Hermit, it looks like they definitely have already done their whole travel, you know, like, it's like all ripped up and stuff on the back. And it was like a long, winding journey, but they found everything they needed to find, like all these signs, all of these, you know, all these energies from other major arcana cards. And on this side, it's like they just kind of found the snake, okay? But if you know that, in a lot of like the Lovers cards, I guess because it's probably like an Adam and Eve reference, but in a lot of like the Lovers cards, there's always like a snake showing up, okay? And they have 2 snakes here, actually. And the light is like really bright. And yeah, like it's like a snake wrapped around an egg, and it reminds me of the cosmic egg. There's this deck, I don't have the deck, but I've seen it in other videos where it's like, oh, the cosmic egg is like, oh, it's so much like, it's like beginnings, it's growth, whatever, like, oh, it's a great card to get, you know? So I kind of feel like, okay, so with your energy, with the Hermit card, I feel like you really found something very, very special, very significant to you. Maybe it could be about this connection, or it could be like a level of growth. Like, you know, I feel like there's been a lot of inner healing, like, again, soul searching. I feel like, you know, you went soul searching and you found it, okay? Like, especially if you're watching all these pick a card videos, this could be the first video you've ever watched, it doesn't matter. But I feel like you're taking those steps to have this spiritual growth, and I feel like you found your cosmic egg, so to speak, you know? Like, yeah, you found your cosmic egg. Let's see. And I feel like, yeah, you went at it alone. Like, you know, there's a lot of independence. You know, I feel like you probably had to cut out a lot of people. Okay, and the last deck also got Queen of Swords. It was for the Vice Versa Tarot, but keep note of that. It's like, while you're doing the soul searching, like, you know, you probably, you know, some of you could be an empath, and you probably cut out a lot of narcissists in your life, and maybe are still cutting out narcissists in your life, and you're just like, while doing all this soul searching, you realize who's good for you, who's not. Again, like, cutting out toxic friendships, relationships, whatever. Just anyone that used to associate with you. It's like, you know, I feel like you've made your circle smaller, like your circle of friends smaller, because like there's only a few people that you trust right now, or in general, while this whole soul searching thing was happening. Because like I feel like a lot of the time when stuff like this happens, you know, you could be like someone who used to, like, you know, go to parties and have fun and all that, but once this whole like spiritual connection happens and you do the soul search, you don't really want to go out that much anymore. Like, you know, there is a period of like sadness during separation. Okay, definitely during separation, there's this period of sadness during like a twin flame, whatever, in separation, and you know, you just kind of want to sulk. You don't want to be bothered with anyone else. You just want to think about them and only them. Like, you really just don't care about anyone else. You know, not in like a selfish way, but you know what I mean. Like, nothing really seems to faze you, just this person and what's going on with this whole connection. And you're just trying to figure out what's going on, because like it does trigger a spiritual awakening. It's something you're not used to, and you're just like, what's going on? So I feel like that's what happened. I feel like while you're doing this whole soul searching thing, you know, you really found more independence in this, you know, because yeah, it's like you're ascending to a higher level, and you only want people that are worth your time to be with you. Like, you know, you don't want to waste your time on like superficial narcissistic people, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's made you a lot more stable, okay? A lot more stable as you were healing with the star in the reverse. I feel like there could have been times where, like, okay, here's what I'm seeing. This could be like beneath the surface. There are moments where you kind of just want to give up, or you're just like, oh, I wish I wasn't in this connection. Like, things are so much easier when I just had like, you know, superficial 3D connections. Like, I was just friends with people and it was fine, whatever, you know, but it wasn't real, or not as real as like a significant connection could really be. You know, and I feel like at times you're just like, oh my god, I really miss, like, you know, my old friends from high school before I was like, oh, they're fake, you know, or my friends in college before I realized they're fake, you know, or like, oh my god, I missed when I had like the like really like low key crushes. Ooh, big burp, confirmation. Yeah, you could be like, I miss when I used to have a crush on so and so. And they were like, it was like the most insignificant, small little crush, and you know, didn't matter if they didn't like you back, whatever. But this person, you know, your soulmate, you're just like, if my soulmate says something mean, if my soulmate doesn't like me back, that's just heart wrenching, right? I feel like it's that type of thing, and that was so stupidly specific, but you know what I mean? It's just like, I feel like there are times where you kind of wish that you weren't like, you know, the chosen one, where you're like, I really fucking wish that I didn't have to go through this whole spiritual awakening, because it's not just like, you know, you don't just casually wake up in like a fucking field of sunflowers. Like, you know, there's a lot of shit, like you see things you would have never seen before, you don't really want to see. And you're just like, shit, all these people that I surrounded myself with for years and years and years, like decades, whatever, they're toxic, they're fake, I need to get rid of all of them now, you know, or most of them. Like, oh my god, like, there's just so much unresolved conflict between this person, that person, and like, I really miss just kind of being blissfully ignorant to this whole situation, and just, you know, just hanging out with them, just having someone just to have a superficial relationship, a superficial friendship, whatever with, and then I didn't really care what they thought about me, you know, it was just maybe just for appearance, just for accolades, whatever. But now it's like, I just want to look in deeper, and like, you know, I'm just seeing like how deep or how not deep these connections are, and now it's just making me sad, because I'm just thinking like, damn, these people are all fake, you know. That could be you on the inside, you know, this hopelessness, just like, damn, like, is everyone fake? Like, you know, just like, holy shit, like, I really can't believe it. But I feel like, even though you're thinking this, and you sometimes wish you can go back to a time before you were spiritually awakened, before you realized what all this stuff was, people are looking at you and they're like, damn, like, they're so strong, like, they're like, wow, like, they're so stable, they're so independent, they're so successful, or they're going to be successful, like, I can't believe how crazy successful they are. But they don't realize, like, they really don't realize how much you've gone through, maybe in such a short amount of time. Like, it's insane. You know, like, literally, it's like, I feel like these cards they're all just like corresponding with each other, like healing, soul searching, independence, cutting people off, being successful, whatever, like, you know, it's like, it's literally just that type of thing. Like, I definitely feel like, you know, I don't want to say that everyone that watches my videos is an empath, but you could be an empath, okay? Like, you know, it could be that type of thing where, like, yeah, you dealt with so many narcissists, so many, you know, energy vampires, and you're slowly realizing who these people are, and now you have to cut them off, and it was probably, like, a really shitty thing to have to do, because they're probably really close connections, or people that, you know, you used to look at with, like, you know, rose-colored glasses or something, and now you're just like, holy shit, like, no, these people are not my people, like, I need to find new people. Okay, so yeah, I feel like, I just feel like, you know, to tie into, like, how it is with your connection with your person, I just feel like it definitely was, like, while in separation with this person, okay, classic twin flame soulmate connection, while in separation with this person, for you, your soul contract, the healing work you had to do was get rid of all of these fucking narcissists that were in your life, people that were trying to drag you down, and becoming just more, you know, getting rid of codependency, becoming more independent, more stable, you know, less frivolous, I guess, more mature, you know, maybe even a little colder, because if you have to be. And, like, I feel like that was your spiritual lesson, basically, to be a little more, you know, headstrong, a little more independent than you once were, a little less naive, I'm getting, okay? I feel like this connection triggered you to be less naive. Spot the bullshit. Cut out all the narcissists, right? Being stronger, okay? I'm just getting strength card from that, okay? So yeah, that's what was happening in this connection with you. All right. With the mutual energy, with the Judgment card and 8 of Wands. I feel like this happened really fast, maybe for the both of you guys, okay? Like this healing work, or if anything, just like this triggering with the connection, like it just happened so fucking fast, and you're just like, holy crap, like I can't believe I can think about someone so much, I can't believe I can have feelings for someone so much, like it's insane, you know. It's probably just this mutual energy with the both of you. It could have been like love at first sight, because that is the Judgment card, but also just like, I feel like the two of you, like, you know, like, yeah, you guys mirror each other, like, you mirror each other's shadow sides and light sides, so it's like, you know, you see things, and, like, some things you might not like about them are things you don't like about yourself, and vice versa, things that you do like about them, you like about yourself, so it's like you guys both saw the shadow sides, and, you know, again, classic twin flame mirroring, okay? You guys saw those shadow elements and shadow sides to each other, and it happened so fast. It was so rapid, you know? And I feel like you're going to see more and more and more of this, okay? I feel like with this mutual energy, it's like, yeah, something is finally being brought to the light, again, after this separation, okay? I feel like if this has been like a long connection, a long separation, I feel like, or, you know, if anything, this could just simply be about the triggering and the growth, but I feel like something is like your spirit guides are like, okay, are you ready for the next phase? You ready for round 2 or round 3 or whatever? Like, are you ready for the next round? You know, it's coming fast. Get ready, you know? And then, like, let's see with here, it's like the 4 of Swords. This person was like sleeping, they're meditating. They're kind of like letting someone else handle the fire behind them, and they're just like, I've done so much, I'm resting. Like, it's like an older person, they're kind of like, I'm retired, I don't feel like, you know, like doing any of this, someone else can do it, someone else can do this for me. With the mutual energy, yeah. I'm getting like the Tower card with this. I really just feel like shit, this connection really triggered a lot between you two. So much growth. I feel like you guys really had a lot of healing work to do before you guys came into each other's lives, before you guys met each other. It's been really wild. Okay. So the Knight of Wands in the reverse. I think the Knight of Wands is like kind of like this in and out energy, but let's see. Yeah, it's like scattered energy, delays, frustration, haste. Okay. Let's see. It could even be like an overactive solar plexus chakra. Like over analytical, pessimistic, skeptical, feeling inferior, okay? So I feel like it's funny because, yeah, it's like, I feel like that's kind of what I just said over here, where you know, it's like you're doing all this growth whether you see it or not. I feel like other people see it even if you don't, or if anything, your spirit guides see it, you know? Like your spirit guides can see. But there are times where you're just like, oh, I wish I didn't have to do this. I wish that I didn't have this, like, you know, I wish that I didn't have this whole spiritual awakening. I wish I was just a normal person, and I would rather just live this superficial, three-dimensional life forever than deal with all this 5D bullshit. I'm so tired of it. Like, I'm just done with all this shit, right? And I feel like that's the mutual energy with both of you. I feel like you guys both feel that. Like, in general, regarding the connection, like, sometimes you're just like, I wish I never met this person. Not in a bad way, but, like, you know, not because of you guys each other, but again, like, there's just something you guys both trigger within each other. Classic twin flame connection. There's something you guys trigger within each other, and it's just so jarring, and it's like, it's shocking. It's like a total culture shock, and like you never really met anyone like it before, and it's just like, wow, this person I just met, I barely know this person. I feel like they can read into my soul. I feel like that's how you guys both feel about each other. And there are times where you know, it's almost like a resentful energy sometimes with each other, where you're just like, I wish I didn't have to deal with this. I wish I just liked someone else, you know. I wish I didn't have to, you know, I really can't stand, like, all this stuff. Like, I feel like you guys could be looking at the more negative aspects of it sometimes, basically, because, like, again, this judgment, it's just like, you know, you're constantly being brought in front of each other or mirroring each other and being showed all these lessons and healing work that has to be done, and your spirit guides are just kind of putting you both in front of each other, being like, hey, you don't like what you see, fix it, you know. And it just happened again so fast, you know. When you just met each other, is like this whole triggering happened between you both, and you're both just like, why? Like, I don't feel like doing all this shit, you know. It's just like, I feel like that mutual energy of just kind of like relentlessly or reluctantly doing it and being like, I really wish I didn't have to do this, I'm kind of pissed that I have to, you know. Just like a, oh, whatever, like a begrudgingly, like, I don't want to do this, you know. Yeah. So in this could, in that case, this could be a kind of a new connection, you know, because I feel like this is like the very beginning of soul searching. But again, like, I feel like you guys are freshly, at least for you, you know, freshly in that phase where you're just now doing all this spiritual healing, and so you're just now cutting out friends, or, you know, you're just not realizing who's fake, who's gonna have your back, and who isn't. It is frustrating because you're just like, I don't want to have to cut out all these people, cut out what's not serving me, it doesn't feel right, it's just so weird, you know, having to go about it alone, I don't want to be alone, whatever. And they could be in that same energy with them, you know. Now let's look at their side with the Eight of Swords, clarified by the Two of Pentacles. It's kind of like, yeah, like their hands are tied. I feel like they could be having a lot of mixed feelings, a lot of mixed emotions about like everything, you know, and what they want to do. Okay, but it's kind of like they're going at it blindly because this person's blindfolded, and like, you know, there could be like a little bit of a self-victimization happening where it's just like, oh, I'm stuck, I can't do anything, I can't do this, I can't do that, like I'm just stuck in the same cycle and I'm just juggling so many things, you know, materialistic things. It could be like, oh, I can't do this because of money, you know, I can't do this because money issues, I can't do that because whatever, you know. So it could be like, oh, I can't be in a relationship because relationships cost money, I'm gonna have to pay for dates and hangouts and all that and do all that and buy gifts and stuff like that for anniversaries and birthdays, I don't have money for that, you know. Like making like the smallest, most like three-dimensional materialistic type of excuses about the connection, being like, oh, I can't do this because that, I can't do this because this, whatever. And, you know, basically just making themselves stuck, just like in this constant, you know, stuck mentality when they might not even really be in that energy, but they just are. I feel like, again, if this is like a new connection, which I really feel like it could be, you're the one that's in that, you know, divine feminine energy where, you know, you're going through all this growth and healing work, and they're still kind of just stuck in their ways right now, and it's gonna take them a minute to follow suit. Okay, I feel like it's, and that could be what the no card means. It could be like, oh, this is way too early, this connection just started, y'all are not getting together yet, you know, not yet, there needs to be healing work done, you know. This shit happens for a reason. Don't get too hasty to get together yet. And then if it doesn't go your way, be all pessimistic. It's just like, nope, it's not ready yet, you just gotta wait. Alright, so with the Three of Pentacles, clarified by the Lovers card. Why do I feel like it's doing, I feel like it's almost doing the same type of thing. Not all four of them, but I feel like these cards, like, yeah, I really feel like this, like I said, like this person might just be trying to get their money right now, and it could be because of this connection. Like maybe they have something that they kind of want to prove to you. Maybe like they want to be like kind of a provider, a supporter. Maybe they're not really happy where they are financially right now, so they're just like waiting for things to get better before even talking to you. Like, you know, they could be, it doesn't have to just be money, but they could be dealing with other things. Like there could just be a lot of stuff that they're dealing with, and maybe they don't want to bring you into it yet because maybe they feel like you'll judge them, you know. Again, with the whole, like, you know, mirroring each other and seeing some things in the other person that you don't like or whatever, you know. I don't know, maybe at times they think that you're judgmental or something, and they could also be, you know, they could always be judging themselves, so they don't like how judgmental you can be, or like how straightforward or whatever, if you are, how straightforward you are, because they're probably just like, oh, they're gonna hate me, or they're gonna judge me, that type of thing, you know. Like I feel like this person could be a little self-deprecating sometimes, and like they doubt themselves a lot, I feel like, you know. There definitely are feelings though with the Lovers card. I feel like they know something's up, okay? Like, even they don't have to be like, oh, this is my soulmate, but I feel like they know something's up, because again, with the whole like mirroring each other so fast, so early on. It could be love at first sight. Like I feel like they probably know something that you at first didn't know, you know, and they're just like, yep, this is someone I really want to be with, but I want to impress them, so I don't want to be with them yet, I'm not ready yet, you know, that type of energy. Okay, so with the let go card in the reverse, I feel like this kind of saying like, don't let go fully, but you let go for now, you know, like again, if this is a very recent, like, you know, meeting, separation, it's just like, it's like they're not gone forever, they're just gone for the time being. You just have to wait, do your healing work, continue to do your healing work, you know, like, yeah, you have to crack this egg if it's a new connection. But yeah, you have to crack that egg, they have to get that rose and, you know, put it in soil and let it blossom, let it grow to be something even greater and bigger, you know. But it's like, yeah, it's like they're probably just focusing on money, they're trying to work right now, like they're not trying to just be like, they don't want to jump into anything too soon and then disappoint you. I feel like that's just what I'm feeling, because again, there's a lot of self-deprecation, and they just have a lot of moments where they're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, like they're just always doubting themselves, I feel like. Okay, but yeah, there definitely is a nice attraction going on between you guys. Okay, you attract a romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah, I feel like there definitely is a lot of attraction between you guys. Really feeling love at first sight energy. Doesn't have to be, but definitely an attraction when you first met each other. There's just something that clicked. You saw yourselves in each other, because technically you are. You know, you do have the same type of traits. You do mirror each other, so you probably saw bits and pieces of yourself in each other. And yeah, there is a strong attraction there, but there's also separation right now. You know. Like there's separation because it's a new connection, and there's still a lot of healing work that needs to be done. It's not going to be a thing that happens right away, which is why, again, I feel like Spirit is saying, nope, not the right time, not right now. Let go for now. You're not letting go forever. They're going to come back when it's time. They're going to come back into your life. You'll have multiple times when you see them, but you're not going to. It's not going to be end game the next time you're together. You know. And when they walk out of your life for the time being, you don't have to worry about never seeing them again. Trust me, like my soulmate, like I haven't seen them in like, you know, 9-10 months, and they just kind of showed up. I knew that they were going to, because you know, I knew they were going to only because like we're all in the same like career field and all that. I knew they were coming back around this time, but I was still very you know, I was surprised to see them, because I was like, holy shit, I didn't think I'd actually see them, but here they are. Like, after such a long time not seeing them, thinking about them, I was just like, I'm never going to see them again. Literally, I shit you not, 2 weeks before seeing them, just like the other day, I was like, oh, who knows when I'm going to see this person again. And then, like, literally, they just showed up out, like, just out of my school, out of nowhere. They just showed up, and I'm like, oh shit, hi, like... hello, welcome back, long time no see. Like, it's crazy. So don't ever think, oh, my twin flame's never gonna come back once they walk out. No, they're gonna come back, honey. They're gonna come back. Okay? Like, trust me, they will come back into your life. You don't have to worry. Like, my soulmate literally came back into my life after almost a year of not seeing them. Like, you have no idea. They come back. They come back. It's just a lot of healing has to be done. So work on your own healing work on yourself, and then when they do come back, you know, when it's the right time, it will be a stronger connection. But don't rely on like the superficial aspects, you know. Wait until you're fully healed, you know. And then like, you know, it will no longer be your ego talking. It will be like you energetically feel like, oh yeah, I feel like we're on the brink of union. I feel like they're coming back soon. I can feel their energy. I can feel their energy. And you lay back. You wait for them to come, but you're still doing your other stuff. You're still being active. You're still working on yourself, and then they show up, and you're just like, hey, what's up, you know? So yeah, don't like think too much about them. Focus on yourself and do what you need to do. That's part of the journey, and then when they do come back, it's just a nice little hello again. All right. So thank you, pile number 2. Let's move on to pile number 3 with the beige bracelet. Okay. So your energy, we have the Hierophant, which is Taurus. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Mutual energy, the 8 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Their energy, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. You have 3 out of 4 aces, okay? Clarifying your cards, we have the Three of Wands in the reverse, the King of Cups, mutual energy, King of Wands in the reverse, the Death in the reverse, okay, Scorpio energy. Clarifying their energy, the Two of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, okay. We have romantic feelings, ooh, trust, ooh. Be assertive, be assertive, and success. Wow, this is nice. First of all, oh my god, they are action oriented as fuck. There is so much happening here. Like, there's a lot of movement, a lot of energy, a lot of action. Okay, this is nice. This is a nice reading. So far, these readings have been nice, you know? Like, pile 1 was very similar to this, but it was kind of like a, I don't know. Like, oh, it's always been you. Pile 2 definitely feels like a newer connection, separation. Pile 3, damn, y'all. Y'all. Okay, so I'm trying to remember, when I saw these cards come up when I was like shuffling at first, I was just like, oh yeah, there's definitely some, like, you know, growth happening here. Okay, yeah, some growth happening here. Okay, with this Hierophant card, which is Taurus energy, and this Eight of Pentacles. You have the baby, you have the kid, okay? Whenever I see this card, I feel like this is the older person, this is their younger self looking back at them. It's kind of like the ghost of them, because like the pentacles are like very ghostly looking, like you're very faint. So I feel like you've probably done a lot of growing since this connection happened, since this whole situation occurred. And, gosh. I feel like with this card, first with the Hierophant, it's like, yeah, like, something significant is brewing. I feel like you feel that. I feel like you know. It's like you hold the key to this, you know? It's kind of like you're preparing for this significant union to come back, you know, to come back into place. I just feel like something's very fertile, very new, a very new beginning just with this baby here, okay? And yeah, with the Three of Wands in the reverse, it's like, I feel like this is just more emphasizing like, oh yeah, no, something's about to happen, you know, like, it's like something you've been planning is about to happen. Like, let's see, the Three of Wands in the reverse. It's a lack of foresight, delays, obstacles to long-term goals. So it could be something you're not really seeing, you know? It's like, again, like something significant is like starting, something very powerful, like again, the Hierophant that talks about like marriage, strong connections, divine connection, okay? And I'm sure you know that you're in a significant type of connection with this person. There's a lot of energy here. But I feel like there's just been so much growing and healing work to do, and you just kind of like, it's like you kind of reset your entire self, you know, like you could be a grown-ass adult, but I feel like spiritually, you know, it's like your higher self, like, you know, getting in touch with your 5-dimensional self. You're still a baby, and you're just now learning to walk, you know. It's like you're just now getting a hold of things, you know, like very new. Now obviously theoretically that doesn't make any fucking sense, because obviously, you know, your spiritual self is like millions of years old, you know. It's not like, you know, you're younger, you are your youngest self right now, but like your spiritual self is like millions of years old, like, you know, centuries, whatever, old. But you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, this baby could be you physically, but I feel like it could also just be you, like, you know, again, not necessarily your actual spiritual self, but I feel like you getting in touch with your spiritual self. It's like a newborn baby. Again, it's very new, but you can see this is like maybe a 1 or 2 year old. You know, like they're sitting up on their own, and that they'll soon be able to walk on their own. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you might not even be seeing how close you are to this connection, like how close you are to union with this person. But I feel like it's a very under the surface type of thing that's happening. Okay. And I feel like that's your spirit guide right there, just kind of like letting you figure it out right now. They're just like, yeah, no, you'll figure it out. You'll see. It's happening. You'll see. Just don't worry. Don't worry. And then, yeah, like, it's just like, this is like, look how far you've come. You know, you're working really hard. I feel like you're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on your goals, your career, whatever. And you have grown a lot. Like, you know, yeah, spiritually you've grown a lot. I feel like this baby could be this person as well. Okay, these are both earth energy. So yeah, it's you got the key to your spiritual growth, and then you grew up, and now you're like this, or like you became this kid, and it's almost like you were kind of like looking to your spirit guides, or looking to someone else to do all the work, and you're just like, help me out, I don't know what to do. Like, oh, you know how like maybe when you're younger, like, oh, can you help me with this problem or whatever, and instead of the person just telling you how to do it, they're just like, I'll do it myself, because they don't feel like walking you through it, so they do it themselves. I feel like it could be the type of thing where like you just been relying on your spirit guides to basically do all the work for you for a really long time. And maybe you eventually were just like, you just kind of learned how to do it your fucking self, you know? Like you learned the ropes, basically. Like you learn the ropes, kid, you know? Like you're learning how to do all this stuff yourself now, where at first you kept asking for help or looking for signs, like looking to your spirit guides to help you, and now, like, you know, you've learned how to solve these problems yourself. You learned how to trust your intuition more, etc., etc., and just like, you know, just learn how to handle the ropes, you know, how to walk the tightrope, so to speak. Okay, and there's some King of Cups energy. Yeah, like just kind of ruling the kingdom, almost like being more in control of your feelings, of your emotions. I'm thinking of how the Queen of Cups is like a very intuitive energy. I feel like, you know, with the King of Cups, it's like the King of Cups does encapsulate a lot of what the Queen of Cups captures, but like they kind of keep it to themselves, you know. Yeah, emotionally balanced. They know how to control their emotions, and they're very generous. Okay, so I feel like this could be like, maybe like, you know, once you started like learning all this spiritual stuff, now you know how to teach other people. Like you could have gotten into tarot reading or divination, you know, you could be tapping more into your intuitive psychic abilities, and you're now helping other people along the way. So it's like the apprentice becomes the teacher. Yeah, I feel like you went from apprentice to teacher. Like you went from this baby to then this kid to now this adult, and now it's just going to be this constant cycle. Now you're going to teach people that are just now getting into this stuff. Okay, I feel like, yeah, you're going to be the one that's like holding the fort down. You're going to be the one that's helping these people now, you know? Like, yeah, you're now becoming a spiritual teacher. Okay, at first you were the clueless baby just figuring it out, and now you know what to do. Okay, like let me know if you guys have gotten into like, you know, tarot or you know, stuff like that, and have just become more of like a spiritual teacher as of late or recently. And at first, you know, you probably have like a mentor or someone that you know that you always ask them, oh, should I do this, what should I do, and now you're the one that knows what to do. Yeah, basically you're the teacher now, which is awesome. Okay, the mutual energy between you and your person. Fast movement. Okay. The King of Wands in the reverse. I don't know if I like that being the reverse, but I read it how I'm gonna read it. High expectations, impulsiveness, haste, and ruthless. Okay. I feel like when it comes to both of you in this connection, it's like things are moving really fast. Again, whether you realize it or not, I feel like things are moving really fast, and the high expectations are probably what drove it. Like maybe from constantly expecting stuff to happen, because if it's a close, significant connection, you know, you'll feel that, right? But you're probably just over here like, you know, both of you probably been like, oh my god, when is this gonna happen, like rushing it all the time. And I feel like even though spirit's just like, oh my god, like, you know, do the healing work first, at the same time I feel like you guys were manifesting this to happen faster, you know, because like you're definitely I feel like I'm gonna look at this in a more positive light, because like the eight of Wands, it's like fast moving, it's air travel, you know. It's things are moving quickly. Okay, there's a lot of eights here. It's like ones and eights. Okay. Yeah, movement and beginnings. All right, so the King of Wands clarifying in the reverse, clarifying the Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's like you both, I feel like, have been like ruthlessly finding your way back to each other, so to speak. I'll say that. Yeah, like it's been a long journey. It's been a long, winding journey, you know. A lot of healing work, a lot of spiritual growth that was happening, and you guys have both been like, I am getting back to my freaking person by all means necessary. I'm tired of waiting until, you know, I'm tired of waiting to be with this person. I'm going to be with this person. I did not do all this healing work to not end up with this person, like that type of thing. Like, I better be getting my person back now, you know, like, very, like, I demand to be with my person again, like that type of thing. You guys are both probably feeling that energy of just like, like, I don't think so. I did not do all this healing work. I did not pull a whole 180 spiritually just to not be with this person in the end. So I feel like as you guys are like these high expectations, the ruthlessness, the impulsiveness, like all this, constantly thinking about each other, probably doing like literally whatever it takes just to be near each other, to be around each other again. I feel like it definitely is impacting the connection to move along a lot faster. Like you probably have both been aware of the whole spiritual journey, and you're like, okay, cool, I'll meditate, I'll do what I need to do, I want to be with this person now, you know. Like you didn't delay. I got burp confirmation. You didn't delay in knowing this or learning this. You're just like, oh, I'm not gonna make this like a whole freaking saga. I'm just gonna do it now, you know. Probably like freaking Googling shit like, oh, why do I feel this person? Oh, they're my soulmate. Oh, I have to do this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna meditate every night. I'm gonna manifest them. I'm gonna write those affirmation letters. I'm going to visualize them every single day. I'm, you know, like almost in a way forcing it to happen faster. It's gonna happen regardless, but I feel like you guys definitely have been forcing it to happen way faster. Like look at this. It was like freaking Bella Swan's baby growing up so freaking fast. Like you went from a baby to a kid to an adult so freaking fast in this energy. Okay, like so much change happened in such a short amount of time, you know. You're both just like, nope, spiritual change, you know. So yeah, that could be a mutual energy. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the yes card. It's like, yep, hell yeah, this is gonna happen for you. Okay. Also, I'm just realizing the way how that's shaped in the garden. It looks like the Venus sign. Okay, you could have like I don't know. But also, ooh, look at that, the Death card. Some of you could have Scorpio Venus. Okay, so very much like possessive. Like this person is mine. They are only mine. No one else. They're no one else's. They're mine. I want to be with my person now, you know, like definitely like a very possessive energy over each other, almost like maybe putting each other on a pedestal or looking at each other as the grand prize to come back to after a long time, whatever, but the grand prize to come back to, like, you know, like you both look at each other as this glowing, shiny coin, and you're just like, ooh, pretty, I want it, you know, I want it. It's like all your heart's desire with all this green, like all this heart chakra. Let's look at the heart chakra. Generous, compassionate, loving, harmonious, and empathetic. Okay? It's like I feel like you both view each other as this very harmonious, this, you know, like this beautiful garden, like that come on, that screams harmony. Like a secret garden, just the two of you can just be in and just be with each other, not give a fuck about anyone else, just with each other and just love each other, you know? That definitely feels like some Scorpio Venus, y'all. Y'all could easily both have Scorpio Venus, I'm not even kidding. Let's look at that Death card in the reverse, though. Resistance to change, unable to move on. Okay, yeah, I feel like no matter how long this of course, this sounds like pile number one. No matter how long the separation has been, I feel like no matter what you did, even if you try to move on and be with other people, you were not able to. Like, you literally both, like, you really only ever had eyes for each other. You could pretend that you're into other people, you could casually date other people, but in the end, you guys were made for each other, and I feel like you both know that, and you're just like, no, I want to be with this person and this person only, you know? Alright, so with their energy, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, Two of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, this is like talking about like being impatient, okay? I kind of mentioned this in the first pile, but then, well, not that specific thing, but I mentioned how, like, for the mutual energy, how it lays out, I feel like, you know, this could be more your energy, like you're pulling more at these cards, they're pulling more at those cards, okay? But either way, that's still the mutual energy right there. So yeah, I feel like, you know, you're you know, again, you did all this spiritual healing really fucking fast because you know exactly what you want, and you're like, nope, I'm gonna be with this person. I know that I have to do what I have to do to be with this person. You probably did the healing work before they did, right? And then for them, they are being possessive. They are being impatient. They're just like, I want to be with you now, okay? I feel like there's a lot of attraction here with the Ace of Wands. It's like a lot of sexual attraction, okay? A lot of energy. All right. It's kind of like they're on a quest to be with you again. Okay. And then also things are very clear to them what they want. Like it's like I feel like they know that you're the person for them, you know, and I feel like they're ready to take action. It probably was a long time coming, but I feel like they're growing more and more impatient, just waiting for things to play out how it's gonna play out. Like they're kind of tired of the whole wait for divine timing. I feel like they're just charging in. I feel like they're going to make themselves come back into your life. And like they're going to make you come back into their life. Like they're just like, I'm seriously so tired of waiting. I'm coming back now. Like I am coming back to be with my person, you know? Which is like, yeah, to be assertive, very assertive energy. Like for you, the success card could be for you. It could be for general about the connection. Like, oh yeah, this is gonna be successful. You finally did it. But I feel like definitely for you specifically, it's just like, you know, you did all this healing work. Like you successfully have done all the healing work you needed to do, and you did it pretty fast. Like lickety split, you found out about it, and you did all you needed to do. You learned about it. You know, probably watching pick a card videos, looking up what you need to look up, and you did all this growth so freaking fast. Or got in touch with your higher self so fast. And then for them, whether they got in touch with their spiritual self or not, they are going to come in, they're going to be assertive, they're going to win you over, they're going to get you back, okay? They probably made some money, they learned stuff about the situation, they know that you're the person that they want to be with, and they're ready to just take action, they're ready to come towards you. There's a lot of physical attraction here, but also romantic feelings, okay? And like, let's see, the Two of Wands in the reverse. Wow, you have the Three of Wands in the reverse, you have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So where I feel like, you know, maybe at first for you, you initially were just thinking about your connection and then with them, but then like along the way, again, you became a total spiritual teacher. You're helping other people. Like, you know, I guess the third wand is like other people that you're helping along the way. And for them, you know, they're probably just like, you know, real G's move in silence. They're probably not telling everybody about this connection or about, oh, how spiritually inclined they are, how spiritually awake they are. I feel like they just, again, they just want to be with you. They're rushing towards you, and they're really just having you in mind. They only want to be with you, you know? So yeah, the Two of Wands. It's like fear of the unknown and lack of planning, which is funny because fear of the unknown is clarifying something that's known, right? Because the Ace of Swords talks about, like, it talks about mental clarity. It talks about knowing something, wanting to communicate. I feel like the way how this is, it's like, because it's darker on this side, I feel like they know a little bit, but not that much. Or maybe they feel that they know a lot. Like, again, it could be like, oh, I know that they're my person. I don't know why, but I know they're my person. I know I'm meant to be with this person. They might not know down to a T, oh, this is my soulmate, but they could be like, yeah, I know this is the person I should be with. I feel it. I don't know how I feel it. I don't know how I know this, but I know that they are, and I'm willing to risk it all to be with them. You know, like, I'm willing to do literally whatever it takes. So it's kind of like, yeah, there is some fear of the unknown. Like, they don't really know that they probably don't know if you're going to say yes to them, you know. I mean, will you have success? Obviously, I feel like you will. But yeah, they don't really know if you're gonna say yes. They don't know if you're gonna end up together forever. But they just want to take the chance. It's like they want to take the chance, you know, because I feel like they do trust it. They do trust their gut. They trust their feelings. They trust their heart. They trust their mind. You know, they might not know that it's their intuition speaking. Again, it's just like, you know, but they just have this inner knowing, and they don't even realize it's their intuition. They don't realize it. They're probably more logical. That's probably why they're like, oh, I don't think it's this. I don't think it's that. But, you know, I don't know how I know, but I know that I'm meant to be with this person, you know? Like, yeah, they don't quite know why, but they know that they're meant to be with you. They know that they can't stop thinking about you, that they want you in their life, and that's just that. That's the tea, right? So yeah, with the lack of planning, yeah, I feel like it could be like a little bit of an impulse type of thing, where and that actually makes sense with the King of Wands in the reverse, with the impulsive coming in fast. They could be charging in really fast to come back into your life. Okay, again, they're very impatient. Very impatient. It's like, this is the mutual energy here, so you could be feeling this too, but I feel like they're actually ready to put it into action. You're probably just like, I'll wait for them to come to me, but I'll think about them a lot, whatever. Or, you know, you're like, I can't control what they do, but I can control what my spirit is doing. So you control your spirit, and you did that, like, I guess impulsively, just kind of looked up all this stuff and just learned it and just became really like a natural at it. And for them, they're more in the physical realm, and they're just like, I'm coming in now, I'm impatient, so they probably are just rushing in without a real plan. Like, they probably don't even know what they're going to say to you when they see you, but they want to see you again, that they just want to do something, just kind of rush in. You could have other suitors around you or whatever, other people that are interested in you, and they probably are just like, they're probably aware of that, and they want to rush in before someone else has you, like, literally. Even if they run up to you and don't even say anything, just stare at you, they just want to be, I feel like they just want a reason to be around you, So yeah, it's like they could easily just charge in, lack of planning, like no real plan. It's not like they have a ring, it's not, whatever, no matter what the gender is. It's not like they have like an offer or a gift or whatever, like, they're just going to, they're just gonna rush in just to see you and be like, hi, how's it going, whatever, just to be around you again, or maybe, again, like, they don't know if you're gonna say yes or no. They feel that you probably would say yes. They feel that you're the person that's meant for them. They don't know how they feel this, they don't know why they feel this, but they just feel it, right? Again, they don't trust their intuition fully, or they don't really know that it's their intuition, well, like I just said, but they do feel this strong pull towards you, and they know deep down that something about you is enticing to them, and they just want to rush in and be like, yeah. So I feel like, yeah, without planning, without any real game plan, I think of like Plankton from SpongeBob being like, oh, I don't know, I didn't think I'd get this far, like they're just gonna rush in, and and they could literally just stop like dead in their tracks and just stare at you and not even know what to say to you, but they're just gonna look at you, or they might very impulsively just like I don't care about the consequences. They're just gonna come in and just kiss you out of nowhere, or run up to you and ask you, like, maybe after a long ass time and not even talking to you, they're probably just gonna run up and just ask you out. You're gonna be like, holy shit, what? And they're like, well, do you want to go out with me? And you're just like, sure, like, yeah, just something very impulsive about them. They really just want to go and do it, because they do feel these romantic feelings, and they know their feelings are real and worth exploring, so they're gonna explore them. Okay, they're getting very impatient, they're tired of waiting around, they're just gonna rush in and do something now. And I feel like, yeah, again, they do trust that it's gonna work out. They're trusting their gut. They're unknowingly trusting their intuition. I don't think that they're much of a spiritual person. I don't think that they're over here watching pick a card videos like you are, but they trust their gut. Not knowing that their gut is called an intuition, they're trusting their gut, basically. They're very intuitive people, I feel like. They probably don't believe in any of this shit, any of this divine stuff, that this probably more up your alley. They probably don't believe in any of this stuff is real. They probably never even heard of this shit before. Doesn't matter. They have an intuition, they have a gut, they're trusting it, they're rushing in, they know they have feelings for you, they feel that you do too, and they're just like, oh yeah, no, they have to say yes. Why? I don't know why. I just feel that they would. Anyway, I'm gonna rush and ask them out, and if they say yes, I'm just gonna be like, oh shit, really? Cool. I didn't think that would work, but I thought it would work, but at the same time I didn't think it would work. Okay, cool. Alright, yeah, whatever. So anyway, what should I do? I'd probably kiss them. Cool, I'll kiss them. Okay, anyway, yeah, I'll see you then. Cool. Like they're running in it blindly. Like, even if you end up saying no, I feel like they're like, I don't care, I highly doubt they're going to, I'm just gonna rush in and do it anyway, My goodness. Also, side note, that is a very phallic card, by the way. It doesn't matter the gender. It could be you're the phallic one or they're the phallic one, whatever. But definitely I feel like there's a lot of sexual attraction there going on, and probably with all these hands right here, probably a lot of, you know, self-pleasure when thinking about you, maybe over the past who knows how long, you know, maybe whenever they first met you, or just whenever you guys haven't been around each other, you know, there's whatever they thought about you, right? Anytime they thought about you, they probably, you know, just to themselves, whatever, just constantly thinking about you, you know? Just a side note, of course, we just love to add that in there. But yeah, honestly, that's all I'm getting. But you know what I mean, though. Like, I feel like, you know, I feel like your person definitely, like, they probably don't know what any of this spiritual stuff is, but they do have an intuition, and they're trusting it, and they're just gonna, I feel like they're gonna run in just to be around you, and just kind of go with the flow for once, and just see what happens, and not be afraid anymore, not be shy. They're tired of waiting around for things to just happen. They're tired of you, like, they don't want you to make the first move, or, like, you know, maybe at first they're waiting for you to do it if you initially always did, but they're like, oh, this person isn't talking to me, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna talk to them, I'm tired of waiting, you know? Like, if you kind of gave up on talking to them, left them on red after a while, or ghosted them because they ghosted you, whatever, they're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna make the first move now, I'm gonna do something now, you know? I just feel like that's what they're gonna do. All right. And yeah, definitely with this mutual energy, just a lot of beginnings, a lot of movement, really fast movement. You guys have not been able to move on from each other, and just have a lot of high expectations about this connection, and just very, very impulsive about what happens next. All right. Whew. Zam. In a very movie-like fashion. Thank you, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading. All right. If you like my reading, like, subscribe, share, comment down below how it resonated with you. If you like a personal reading, I'll put that in my description below, so you can message me. My readings are really cheap, in all honesty, pretty inexpensive if you would like to get a reading. And second, put my cards away. But yeah, if you'd like a reading, let me know, and I'll see you next time.